Alright, so let's go over quickly the why again. Our intention is to apply it back to the movements we care about, like a barbell lift, and then we'll go over the what, like the primers, and then the how, as in how we would coach it, how we would apply it. So the first part would be take a look. A good one, again, that vertical force, learning how to drive through the quads, making sure we're not overextending at the hip. The ball flies up and over the shoulder. We stay balanced. That's key. You see, we stay balanced. Just like when we teach clean pulls or snatch pulls, when you come up, the bar stays close to the body, you're balanced through the balls of the feet, and you come right back down. There's no exaggerated forelean or you have to take a step forward. So then let's look at a bad one, because we want to be able to see and feel the change. As one of our concepts is that we want to make sure that if we implement something or try something that we've been coached or we see online or that we learn at a workshop or seminar, that it actually works out. So if you look, this is the old school way, more glutes, hip drive, full extension, all that stuff. You'll see now that's what I'm talking about, where we get into here, right? And then when I come down, I can't be balanced. There's no force going upwards. And then I have to take a step forward. Doesn't feel good. So that's going to all create bad habits for our mechanics for a bad Olympic lift. So let's take a look. This happens a lot. People are like, keep the bar close. Don't let it pull you forward. Keep your back tight. Well, it depends on how you're engaging the body, right? If you just hip bump, popularized by a lot of, teaching styles of the hip contact, things like that, but you'll see that I zombie arm that bar is being pushed way out in front. It's just an empty bar, but imagine there's a ton of weight. Same type of issue here. Alright, so let's move on forward. Let's see how to fix it. The first start is our primer as always. Make sure that we can feel the difference. So the first thing with the med ball, whether we're using med ball or barbell, but this is all about the med ball clean or sandbag clean, would have people just hold the extension. So when you're holding the extension, ask yourself this question: what muscles are flexed? So I recreate that with the barbell, same process. When you hold the extension, right now I'm just doing it unconsciously, and you'll see I start to lose balance. I can't hold that position, and I'll let you know that I don't feel much on, maybe just my forearms, but there's definitely no flex or activation. And you'll see on the right, I kind of have to lean around, find that balance. So I do a couple of those. See, I fall backwards, which will happen in the lift. Same thing there, I fall backwards. There's no tension. I can't stand through the balls of the feet. Fall back again. So now that we feel that, okay, when I go through my extension, nothing's on. That's my baseline. That's my first assessment on how I move naturally. So then we will hold. So there's a lot more intention here. I'm trying to engage my glutes, my quads, my core, my lats. So when I drive through these muscles, at the top of that flex, that extension, those muscles stay on. So the glutes right now is on, the quads are on, staying connected through the floor, through the balls of the feet. You want to get fancy with it. The T-spine, the lats are also engaged. The same idea when I get through here now, you'll see I'm a lot more balanced, a lot more integrated through the whole body. So that just shows me that I feel balanced and that it's different from the original. The big key is really getting to that point where you can feel the tension in your quads and glutes and hammies, the whole deal, versus before there was nothing. So those are our primers, or working on the lift itself versus doing, again, accessory drills that might get the glute and the quad and the lat on, but you still have to learn how to apply it back to this movement. So we just kind of shortcut the steps where we don't have to try to master some sort of a glute drill or one-legged squat or Bulgarian squat. We just go right for the movement. So that would be our primer. That's how we assess and make sure that things are feeling better than before. And then now our application, for coaching it, the reason why we coach off mechanics because it allows us for variety. So we can use the slam ball And the reason why we like slam balls or sandbags is that we get the same benefit that we would want for our athletes, right? Especially if you're a sport athlete, that your sport isn't Olympic weightlifting. So if you look, I get the full extension and drive, quad, glute, hips, everything working together, the core and the lat, everything's on. Get to launch that ball in that muscle clean. For a barbell lift, the biggest difference is I'm going to do all of that. I get the benefit from it. But what happens is what goes up must come down. So either way, I'm going to have to absorb some of that weight into the body. So no matter how good you are at it, you're still putting some extra wear and tear on the joints that you might not have to. So we like using slam balls and med balls because we'll throw the sucker and then all the weight will land on the ground, not in our joints. So it's that longevity concept, right? So here's a couple options we tell people for working out. You can muscle clean it, so if it's light enough, you'll see that I'm going all the way through, just like a muscle clean. This allows you to move faster, get full extension. So that's one option. When it's lighter, you could definitely muscle clean, right? Same thing as a workout. Getting that full extension, feeling balanced. The second option is more of that CrossFit option where we can move at a fast rate, be consistent. So I'll show you the barbell version first. You guys may have seen it. So when you're doing fast workouts like Grace, or when you're doing barbell kind of conditioning, you're going to catch that into a loaded position. Sorry, one more time. Let's get to the second lift. So you'll normally catch it in the loaded position, go straight up. So you can mimic that with the med ball as well. Pull into the hips, stay loaded, and go straight up from there. So this is good for moderate weight where you could kind of keep that momentum. So again, it was like a 1-2. And then you have a third option for the med ball, which is going heavy. Again, if that was the intent of the exercise, again, why are you using slam balls? What's the goal for the day? What are you trying to get out of it? This will mimic more of like a full clean for us, where you're going 1 rep at a time, focusing on pure, there you go, full clean there. And then for us, it wouldn't be that muscle clean, or we wouldn't do that momentum one. We would go and lap it, take our time, reset, and then full drive to still get that clearance over the shoulder. So we would lap it, reset, and then that would mimic a full clean. So there you go. That's what we would do with this slam balls or sandbag carries, how we would coach it, how we would train it ourselves. Always ask yourself why you're doing a specific movement, and then after that, how do you get the most out of it? So if this video helped you, if you liked it, please subscribe. Let's continue to share the info, help people out so that they don't get injured, they learn how to take care of their bodies. So please subscribe, share, and like. Until next time.